Good morning, children. On the onset, I would like to thank you all for a wonderful virtual celebration on Teachers' Day. Children, you all made us feel so special. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Today, we are resuming back with our studies, and we are going to begin with the explanation of the lesson 3.3 Stephen Hawking. Yesterday, you might have all gone through the warming up PowerPoint, which was posted, and I hope you all have done the activities, gone through the activities, and I'm sure that you might have understood it. There were a few videos also which were posted yesterday. I hope, children, you all have gone through the videos because it is going to help you out to understand Stephen Hawking in a better way. Once you see the videos, you will get considerable idea about Stephen Hawking. So let's begin with the explanation today of the lesson Stephen Hawking. The text type is biography. That is, we are going to learn about the life of Stephen Hawking, what kind of life he lived, what were his experiences. So that is what the lesson deals with. Stephen Hawking was a scientist, and he is well known for his work with black holes and relativity. He has authored a number of science books which are very well known among the readers. All his books have gained a lot of popularity. His life teaches us that however bad our situation is, there is always a way out of it. One should not lose hope, but try to find out a way out from this bad situation. Now, before we go to the introduction of the lesson, let's understand a few quotes by Stephen Hawking. A few things Stephen Hawking taught us. Let's understand it through his quotes. The first quote by Stephen Hawking: "The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge." Through this quote, Stephen Hawking wants to tell us that the greatest enemy of not seeking knowledge is not ignorance, is not lack of knowledge, but it is the illusion of knowledge. Illusion means a false belief in people that they are very knowledgeable. That is the greatest enemy of knowledge. Now let's go to the second quote. Let's understand it. Stephen Hawking says that intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. If you feel that you are intelligent, then you should have the ability to adapt to changes. Every moment things are changing, situations are changing. So if you have this ability to accept these changes which take place in your life, then you can consider yourself intelligent. Now we have one more incident given over here. In an interview, Morgan said members of the public believe Hawking is the most intelligent person in the world. He asked Hawking if he believes so, and if not, who? To this, Stephen Hawking replies, "I would never claim this." And Stephen Hawking said that he would never say that he is the most intelligent person in the world because he believed that people who boast about their IQ are losers. Stephen Hawking believed that all those who are boasting that they are very intelligent, then they are usually losers in life. We have one more thing which we learn from Stephen Hawking, which he taught us, and that is never underestimate yourself. He says, "I have always tried to overcome the limitations of my condition and led as full a life as possible. As it was possible for him, he has led a complete life. In spite of his situation, in spite of the situation he was in, the limitations, the physical limitations which he had due to the disease which he suffered. He said that I have traveled the world from Antarctic to zero gravity, Hawking told the New York Times. So the limitations in his life did not stop him from achieving whatever he wanted to do in his life. That is what Stephen Hawking has taught us. We also should learn from the life of Stephen Hawking. Now let's begin with the introduction. Let's begin with the introduction. Stephen Hawking was born on 8 January 1942. Now here they have not mentioned that when he died, just because when this book was published, Stephen Hawking was alive. So he died on 14th March 2018 at the age of 76. He is an English theoretical physicist, cosmologist, author, and director of research at the Center of Theoretical Cosmology within the Cambridge University. So who was Stephen Hawking? He was a theoretical physicist. And what do you understand by theoretical physicist? They usually make attempts to understand the laws governing nature and spend much of their time in the lab or classroom using mathematics to develop and refine physics theories. So he was a theoretical physicist. He was a cosmologist. Cosmologist means one who studies the entire universe. They usually study the creation, the evolution, and possible future of the universe and its galaxies. So he was a cosmologist, he was author, he wrote a number of books. Along with it, he was director of research at the Center of Theoretical Cosmology within the Cambridge University. Hawking was the first to set out the theory of cosmology, explained by a union of the general theory of relativity and quantum machines. So he was the first person who gave us this theory of cosmology. Now, how did he explain this theory of cosmology? He explained it by a union. Union means by combining the two other theories, that is the theory of relativity and quantum machines. Quantum machines, a human-made device that follows the laws of quantum mechanics. So he combined these two theories and gave us a new theory of cosmology. Hawking is an honorary fellow of the Royal Society of Arts, FRSA, a lifetime member of the Pontifical Academy of Sciences, and a recipient of Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian award in the US. So a number of honors have been bestowed on Stephen Hawking. This lesson gives us an insight about the great scientist, his life, and his works. So, what does this lesson tell us about, or what are we going to learn from this lesson? It gives us an insight. Insight means an accurate and deep understanding about this great scientist, Stephen Hawking. The lesson tells us about his life and about the work which he has done in the field of physics. So children, now you can go to the next video and let's begin with the explanation of the lesson.